the woman he was never supposed to love. Lukas Keller had spent most of his life believing love was a weakness. At 38, he was the founder of a successful Swiss cybersecurity company in Zurich. A man who trusted encrypted systems more than emotions. His company was presenting a new security platform to hotel groups and corporations. He expected business, handshakes, and another flight home. He did not expect Sara. She was standing outside the conference hall, checking a cleaning team before the morning sessions began. She wore a simple black suit and carried a tablet. "Mr. Keller," she said. "Your room is ready." Lukas glanced at the hall. "You manage the cleaning?" "I own the company." He looked at her again. Sara had started years earlier as a housekeeper in Dubai. She had cleaned hotel rooms, worked night shifts, carried laundry, learned operations from the bottom, and saved every dirham. One employee became 5, then 50. Eventually she founded her own company. "I heard your company is handling the entire conference," Lukas said. "Yes, including the technology rooms," he smiled. "Then please be careful with my equipment." Sara raised an eyebrow. "I am always careful." She pointed toward the hall. "That is a Cisco WebEx board. The control system is Crestron. Your conference microphones are poly. Some of the screens have special coatings, so we cannot use ordinary chemicals." Lukas stared at her. "How do you know that?" Sara smiled. "Because my employees clean around them every day. If someone damages a device, my company pays for it." For the first time that morning, Lukas forgot about his presentation. "You know more about technology than some of my clients. Maybe your clients don't clean conference rooms." He laughed. That was the beginning. They talked over coffee after the conference. Then dinner. Then another dinner. The attraction between them was immediate, almost frightening. Lukas had never been the kind of man who became attached quickly. He avoided relationships that demanded too much. But Sara was different. She understood people. She had built everything herself, and she challenged him. One evening, while they walked beside the Dubai marina, Lukas asked, "Why did you never marry?" Sara shrugged. "I was busy building a life. And now?" She looked at him. "Now I'm not so sure what I am building." He kissed her before either of them could say more. Their relationship became intense. Lukas began flying to Dubai between meetings. Sara visited Switzerland, but Lukas was afraid. One night in Zurich, he finally told her something he had never wanted to say. "My mother prefers a Swiss woman for me." Sara became very still. "She thinks someone from our culture would understand my family better," he continued. "Traditions, language, expectations. No, I know what she wants." Sara smiled gently, but something inside her broke. That night, she wondered whether culture was stronger than love. Sara said nothing about his mother that night. She watched the Swiss lights disappear beneath the darkness. She understood what he was trying to say. He loved her. She loved him. But his family had a picture of the woman who belonged beside him, and she was not sure that picture could ever include her. She had built a respected company. She had learned contracts, finance, technology, and management. But love was different. She could negotiate $1 million contract. She could build a company from nothing. She could teach hundreds of employees how to protect a luxury conference room full of expensive Cisco Crestron and poly equipment. She could not negotiate with someone's culture. "I don't want to lose you," Lukas said. "I know." "Then stay." "Stay where, Lukas?" "In Switzerland." "And become what?" "My wife." She closed her eyes. "And your mother?" He was silent. That silence was enough. They tried anyway. For months, Lukas divided his time between Zurich and Dubai. Sara expanded her company across the UAE. They promised each other that love would find a solution. At family dinners in Switzerland, Sara felt all differences. She understood the language, but not every tradition. She knew the etiquette, but sometimes missed the invisible rules that hurt more. Lukas noticed. "You're unhappy," he said one evening. "No," Sara answered. "I'm afraid." "Of what?" "That one day you will have to choose between the woman you love and the life your family expects." Lukas reached for her hand. "I choose you." She looked at him. Today, Sara had promised herself she would never become dependent on someone else's approval. She could not spend her life wondering whether she was the foreign woman his family had accepted reluctantly. The final conversation happened at the Dubai airport. "I love you," Lukas whispered. "I love you too." "Then don't leave." Sara fought her tears. "Lukas, love brought us together. But love doesn't erase where we come from. You are my home, and you are mine. That's why this hurts so much." He held her tightly. For a moment, neither wanted to let go. Then Sara stepped back. "I spent my whole life building something that belonged to me," she said. "I cannot lose myself trying to belong somewhere else." Lukas looked at her. "So this is goodbye?" She nodded. "It is not because we stopped loving each other." She smiled. "It is because we loved each other enough to understand what our love could not change." She walked through security without looking back. Lukas remained there long after she disappeared. Years later, he would still remember the woman who knew his technology, built an empire from a housekeeping uniform, and never asked him to become someone else. And Sara would remember the Swiss man who taught her that sometimes the deepest love does not end because it was weak. It ends because two worlds can love each other and still remain two worlds.